Fans came to Dallas for promos, play, and product. And guess what? Bandai delivered none of it. I was there at Bandai Card Fest at 9 a.m. The line was wrapped around the venue, going outside. People waited for hours, only to find out promos literally ran out halfway through the day. The event was hyped as one of the biggest Bandai events to celebrate their games. But what we got was chaos. So let's break down how Bandai Card Fest in Dallas turned into a disaster. The first thing I want to talk about is just about the insane lines, which gave a terrible bad first impression. So like I was not planning to get there that early. I wanted to get there by 9 a.m., which I did. But when I got there and got my badge and waited in line for the general entry, the line was insane. It literally wrapped around the venue, wrapped around an empty hall, wrapped straight out of the building, and then people started waiting in line outside. That was insane. That immediately killed the excitement. I'll tell you this one thing. I went to Bandai Card Fest last year, and this event, there was maybe 4 or 5 times the size it was in terms of people. And this showed me immediately how underprepared Bandai was. Because guys, I've been to events, major events like New York Comic Con. There is no reason that venue is so large that people had to wait outside. And hey, in Texas, it gets hot. We're starting to cool down, but this past weekend, it wasn't cool. They literally could have formed lines with tapes to help people guide them so they don't have to wait outside. Guys, I'm not going to lie. It was terrible. The second problem I saw was there's some promos that actually ran out. So what promos am I talking about? So when you get to Bandai Card Fest and you register, you get your little goodie bag. Inside that goodie bag, you're going to have your EX resource, for example. You'll have the One Piece promo, there's a Digimon promo, Union, etc. So I managed to get mine, right? But I know one of our friends from our LGS got there a little bit later. He texted me, he's like, dude, they ran out of promos. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, they just said they're out. They said you can try to wait to see if you get any. And they were out. So imagine that. Fans who waited literally an hour to 2 hours just to get into the venue. Now you don't have a chance to even have promos that you should get for free. Now this is a free event and this is unacceptable. Now listen, I don't want this video to be just doom and gloom. I actually managed to get an extra EX resource promo and I want to give it back to the community. So here's how you can win it. First, you would need to make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Okay, so if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Next, I want you to drop a comment about your thoughts on Bandai Card Fest if you went, or just any comment in general about Gundam. Then when the new set Dual Impact drops next month in October, I'm going to announce one lucky winner from the comments. Hear this, guys. You have to comment right here on this YouTube video. So if you're seeing this on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts, you need to head over to this video. This is your chance. If you didn't get to get an EX resource or you're not going to be able to go to Bandai Card Fest at any other location, this is your way to win it. Now let's talk about pain point number 3, the retail store. It was pure chaos. So according to the original schedule, we were able to go start shopping at the retail store at 10 a.m. When we got there, people were huddled all over the place, literally trying to wait to get in line to scan a QR code so that you can purchase a slot to get into your shopping time. Well, first of all, the app that they were using glitched out. I literally got several times error says I had to be with 150 feet of the event in order to register. I looked at my phone and I'm like, bro, I'm literally in the venue. How am I not within 150 feet of the retail store? I tried to get the link and by then the slots were filling up. I was like, okay, the first slots are like the 12:30, 1 o'clock slots. I know I have no shot. So let me go for like a 4 o'clock shopping time slot. And I'll just get page errors, retrying, failures. I just couldn't get in. And like I tried multiple times and I was just not able. And I think within a couple hours they said, oh, all shopping times are full. Please try again tomorrow. Like, that is insane. I just don't think they were prepared at all for the sheer number of people. I also want to say that for those people that did get to go shopping, I did see that there was ridiculously low inventory. So all of the Gundam exclusives were literally wiped out almost instantly. So if you didn't get into shopping time around the first 3-4 slots, which is like the 12:30, 1:30, you literally had no shot in getting product. And unfortunately, that was terrible. See, I don't even have all the starter decks. I literally have one of each one. I would like to have a second so I can complete the playset of some of the cards I want in there. That was one of my goals. Can I get my shopping time? Can I get those starter decks? Nope, not at all. And I know that happened to a lot of other people and they weren't happy. Now let's talk about Pain Point 4. There was literally no chance for most of the fans to play. When you were able to sign up for the event, you could pre-register for side events. I tried and I got waitlisted not only for the regional, I also signed up for other side events that I also was waitlisted for. They did have a shot that if you missed the side event pre-registration, you get a lottery, meaning you get randomly picked and you get play. Well, I didn't get in that lottery either. Not only did I get the no shopping, I didn't get to do the offline regional. I didn't get to do the side events. I couldn't do anything. Literally, the only thing I got to do during Bandai Card Fest was a scavenger hunt. And let me talk about the scavenger hunt. The scavenger hunt, you only had to get 10 items out of a 15 item scorecard. And honestly, the 15th item wasn't even nowhere to be found. I found out later on the day, like around 4 or 5 p.m. that they finally found the person that they needed to actually take a QR code. Until then, it wasn't even up. So someone that's a completionist couldn't even do it. Now, the big problem that I had with this is that the scavenger hunt, you were only limited to one promo. Last year, if you completed everything, you got one of every promo. Okay, so some might say, oh, that's because they had so many people. Yeah, that is absolutely true. But the thing is, they weren't prepared. You literally have an app people register for. So that's literally going to tell you how many people are going to be at that event. With that information, you should be coming up with how much inventory you're going to need. I understand not everyone plays Gundam. I understand I believe One Piece is the biggest group there, then probably followed by, I would probably say Gundam and maybe probably Dragon Ball. And then I put Digimon and Union Arena under that because I think there's a lot more Gundam players than those two games. Literally, you should have done some type of math. Okay, it's called forecasting. Every company knows how to do it. We're expecting to have over the course of the weekend, 10,000 people here. We think 20% of that base is going to be Gundam people. So let's have this much Gundam product. That includes promos, that includes retail stores. Again, I know there was supplies constraints from the release, but they had months to prepare. And to me, this was just a grand failure. Like I said, literally the only thing I got to do was a scavenger hunt. Now let's talk about the venue itself, the K. Bailey Hutchinson Center. Now it's a massive space. I have no complaints there. Now, where I did have some problems with how they did the line management outside the venue, no reason why people should have been waiting outside. The parking is good. The K. Bailey Hutchinson Center has a great parking garage. I recommended it in my last video. You should really park in the parking garage. I know it costs like $20. It protects you from the elements, and it was hot. So going inside a parking garage and not getting a super hot car when I had to leave the day, to me, is totally worth it. But what I found very interesting and at the same time very weird, they actually had food vendors inside the hall, like literally inside the hall. Why? Put them on outside of the hall. Let that space be an area for more people to play, or a hangout zone, or make the streaming zone where you could watch the tournament be larger. It was small. The Gundam demo area was literally like 4 tables, whereas last year the demo area was like probably closer to like maybe 20 tables. Lot bigger. Not only with the Gundam demo, what's cool, you got a demo deck that's watermarked, so it wasn't really legal, but they didn't even give you a promo. Like, I was hoping that I can go and at least get a shot to play the demo just so I could get a resource promo. No, you didn't get that as well. I don't know why. You just released this new game and you literally have you have a demo area that has 4, 5 tables. I would have thought that would have been your key demo that you wanted to have. Like, you want people to get into this game, give them the chance to do a free demo, and then give them that resource card. So even players like myself who may have didn't get to play anything, I could at least got into the demo and played and got a resource card. And then also, if you move all those vendors out, they could have had an open play area. If they knew they were going to have so many players coming in that weren't able to get into the pre-registered side events, the offline regional, and then the lottery side events, you're left with nothing, like absolutely nothing. So that what I would have done, I would have had this whole open area and tell the staff, hey, people come and play. If you see them playing, give them a promo card of their choosing. That way, at least you got to do something. Honestly, the tournament hall to me felt chaotic and unprepared. There was massive amount of people, crazy lines, and it was just not. It was a failure in all parts. Also, I want to talk about fans. This is another pain point. I saw a lot of fans that were upset. You can see most of the crowd openly frustrated. The comments on the Facebook groups and on the local group here where I'm in DFW, even the Reddit is just all around negative. It was bad organization, bad communication. Not just for Gundam. I'm talking about the whole event. All Bandai players, in my opinion, were screwed. I do have one silver lining about this whole event. There were several subscribers that came up to me and say, hey, I know you. Hey, you're TCJHQ. That to me actually made my whole day, because that was the one bright spot for the weekend, that there's fans that came up to me and said hi. And I was truly honored. So everyone that came up to me, I want to say thank you. Now, if you love the Gundam, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the latest news, breakdowns, and yes, when Bandai messes up, I will call them out too. This is what this channel is about. Real talk for players. To wrap this up, Bandai Card Fest Dallas 2025 was a complete disaster. Promos ran out. The retail shopping experience was terrible. Tournaments were completely a mess because you fans couldn't get in. Free entry does not excuse bad organization. Players deserve better. Now, I want to know, if you went, what was your experience like? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget about that giveaway. You have a chance to win that EX resource. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.